Wait, did you want me to start now?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I'm starting.
Do it right here. Get this. Cell phones prohibited.
So that means you can't
Are
record?
you getting that? No, I'm just saying, you see, that says cell phones. That's not a cell phone.
Okay. So,
Oh, okay.
do I stay right here?
He's in there. You just got here.
Oh, okay, I think they're gonna be there.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. But they said they didn't mute me for it, so, all right, thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah, bien. ¿Por dónde va?
Yo me voy a ir arriba porque ellos tienen una ticket que yo estoy tratando de filmar y dejar aquí.
Ah, ok. Cuénteme. Pon tu nombre ahí, por favor.
Ellos están conmigo.
¿Pero está con usted?
Sí.
¿Que ella me está tomando foto?
Sí, está tomando un video.
Tiene que parar.
Pero no es un teléfono. El cine ahí dice que solamente...
No, cámara. No,
llame al policía porque yo acabo de venir de Jefferson County y a la misma West Virginia State Troopers. Yo he hablado con ellos. Yo sabe, Leo tiene 7,000 horas de información aquí en mi bolsa.
I understand, pero you hear that, you see that there's a sign in there?
El sign dice que no teléfonos.
No,
eso no es un teléfono.
Okay.
Yo tengo ahí en vídeo. ¿Qué es el tiempo?
3:10.
Gracias. Yo no estoy tratando de venir.
Comment down here. Comment down here.
Yo no estoy tratando de venir aquí para causar problemas. Yo no estoy tratando de hacer nada.
No, I understand, but I thought about que so soon you come in, no device, any device to come in to be here.
But what the law says is what the sign says. It's like if I go to a police station and it says no access beyond this point. If I go back beyond that point and I don't listen to the sign, I'm now in trouble. But that sign, I'm not disobeying that sign. That sign says, notice, cell phones prohibited.
No device.
It says no cell phones. I can read it right here. It says no cell phones. That's not a cell phone.
Okay. I explained to you what
I know, and
I got somebody
yo
coming down.
entiendo que usted solamente está haciendo tu trabajo. Yo estoy diciendo para a un hombre, a otro hombre. Yo no estoy viniendo aquí.
¿Usted quién es? ¿Cómo se llama usted?
¿Ah?
¿Cómo se llama usted?
Me llamo Ryan Woodrington Solís.
You got a court today?
No, yo no tengo corte.
Tiene que pagar
Yo
el tiquete.
yo no me voy a pagar, yo me voy a hacer otra forma de due process. Sí.
I got an issue here that she got a video camera posting here right now.
Yeah, so
I explained to him everything by the rule. He explained to you. Talk to him.
yeah, so I just came from West Virginia State Trooper's office. I was there yesterday. I left this template, and I just came from Jefferson County as well. Bear with me, excuse me, it's a lot of paperwork.
64 to 65, we'll step down. Is this a ticket he's got to pay or something?
Yeah.
So this is what you guys are basically, every single office that has policies such as this that they're enforcing. They're all guilty of violating. The West Virginia State Trooper's office has already made a template copy of this. If you guys want to make a copy of this as well, you're more than welcome to. But basically, I've already been, it's kind of like, we can let this person go. I'm not trying to hamper any public business.
Yeah, well, I will tell you, ma'am,
Where you go today?
we're gonna need to step outside.
Okay.
So let's step outside.
Well, no, you don't have to go outside.
We're not videoing in here.
We're in a public building. What's the sign say, sir? Because I've already got it on film. The sign says cell phones prohibited. That's not a cell phone.
Well, it's-
None of us have cell
We
phones.
don't video in here.
But that
okay?
says no cell phones, and I'm not going near the courthouse.
Okay.
I'm just trying to go upstairs and take care of my business.
Well,
and
you don't
this contract, which is what this is. And if you don't allow me to do that, you're just hampering my business. And I'm going to put this on YouTube, like I've already put all my other videos on
Understand.
YouTube of Keith, because he's also violated my rights.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to come in here and cause a
No,
problem.
I understand.
I just want to take care of my ticket, and I
Right.
don't understand why it's seemingly so difficult, because policies, even if it said no recording devices,
Right.
policies do not supersede SCOTUS and our First Amendment right.
Well, you're not gonna be allowed to come in and video, that's for sure. That's what you expect to come in and video. And
I'm not. All
You
I'm trying to do is walk in, take care of my ticket.
Did you
and
sign in?
I will sign in.
Did you sign in? Did you get the stuff done? Have you?
I'd already started 3:10.
No, let me check it out, because she's still recording.
Right.
HC, is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all I need to do.
So if you wanna come, have you checked this?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, he's got to check that.
There's nothing.
Alright.
Cheque. Solamente hay papeles y mis libros. Hay otros paquetes aquí si quiere checar. Pero no hay nada aquí, solo lapiceros. Oh.
You could hang out here a minute, because the young lady here, she's recording and she doesn't want to stop recording. I'm gonna allow you to come up, but I will tell you.
Well, I'll take this, and this is my sister, these are just my two
Yeah,
witnesses.
They're fine, I understand that, but the only thing is, she needs to stop recording. We're gonna allow you to come in and to pay your ticket. We don't allow recording devices coming into the building.
Well, but the sign says no cell phones. That's not a cell phone.
I think it's electronic only.
Well, the sign says right there, we got it on recorder, it says no cell phones. It says no cell phones. And that's not a cell
Come
phone.
on through.
Well, I'm gonna bring my piece of property
Well,
with
we're
me.
not bringing that.
You ain't bringing no electronics.
Okay, well,
No electronics.
Well, what's the sign say?
There are no electronics allowed
Well,
in the
what
building.
the
You're not
sign
going to-
says, notice, cell phones prohibited. What is this? It's not a cell phone.
All right,
It's
look,
a recording
if you wanna
device.
bring it in, you can leave.
But I'm
You're not
here,
bringing it in.
I'm here to take care of my
All
business.
right, you can bring that in and take care of that. You're not bringing that device.
You want-
But
you
how?
can do that.
You're violating my
Why are you
first.
arguing?
I'm not arguing unless the.
Hey, sir, I'll certainly allow you to come in and pay your ticket. That's for sure.
So here, look. If we're
But you
gonna have-
cannot,
If
you
we're-
can't
if
bring
we're
your
gonna have this
recording device.
conversation, see, this is the irony. This is Black's Law Dictionary.
I got you.
Black's Law Dictionary.
Okay.
This is what the Supreme Court uses to define, okay? And I got a 1951 edition because before they took out everything. And you wanna call me,
64,
you wanna
65,
call me
something like that.
argumentative, all right? So let's define that. Let's see how the Supreme Court defines that. Just bear with me here. So I'm gonna show you.
You can show us that, but the policy is no recording.
And
Just because it's not on the door doesn't mean you bring it in.
Argumentative,
Hold on.
stating not only facts, but also inferences and conclusions drawn from facts.
Give me 1 second.
Yes, sir. I'm not here to cause a problem, I'm just exercising my First Amendment right.
I hear you.
¿Usted quiere saber el problema? Ellos no saben la ley. Yo estoy diciendo a otra persona hispana, de mi corazón, de mis abuelos, oíme, ellos no saben la ley. Y eso es el problema. Estoy tratando de decir verdad a usted. Usted hizo un prometa a la Constitución. Yo no sé if I'm pronouncing it right. You made a promise to the Constitution of the United States. In your oath, you took an oath to protect my rights. Y eso es que yo estoy tratando de hacer. I'm not coming here for any problems.
With Willie and
You're not even getting anyone's name or badge number.
Notice how as soon as I pulled the book out and read him the definition of it, he didn't want to hear anymore. That doesn't make any sense. You can't sit here and say, accuse me of something, when the irony is that I'm stating facts. I'm not here for problems. And it's like, oh, ¿dónde está mi ticket?
you put it back inside.
I've done this. Oh, that.
okay, ma'am. And you will go to those guys in there, okay? And see what's happening, all right?
Okay.
Ma'am, are you videotaping now?
Yeah, I
You
am.
need to turn that
We've
off.
already established this. We're waiting on somebody to come out. It says no cell phones. Please do not talk to my sister and yell at her that way. This is not a cell phone. So we're not breaking the code. I have a First Amendment right. I've already told him. He's already going. I have the Constitution right here. I have 7,000 hours worth of knowledge. I have case law. I have stare decisis.
Well, good for
Yes.
you, but you understand what it means though, don't you?
I understand that a judge's order doesn't supersede SCOTUS. Yes, that's what I
Do you
understand.
understand what it means for no cell phones?
Yeah, and guess what? That's not a cell phone.
But do you understand why it's there?
No, I don't.
So it doesn't record.
Okay, but it says no cell phones.
Okay.
And this is not a cell phone.
Okay.
And I do not agree to stand under or give you authority or jurisdiction, so I don't understand that. There's no crimes being committed. I'm standing here peacefully in a public place, and I'm trying to take care of my business. That's it.
Are you gonna get his names? You have to.
Yeah, actually. Can I get your name and badge number, sir? It's R. What's the R?
All right, so just so you know, sir,
Yes, sir.
Get his name and badge.
there is a code section in the Virginia Code Book. It says you have to have permission to bring in recording devices to record proceedings and stuff like that.
Okay, but I'm not coming in here to record
Includes
any
the paying
proceedings.
the tickets. The judge is graciously gonna burn you a copy of it, okay?
Okay, but at the same time, codes and statutes don't violate my rights.
I
And
understand.
I have the Constitution right
You
here.
have a right,
And it
if you
is-
wanna file suit, you got a right to file suit.
Why do I have to file a suit to exercise my
Why
right?
do you need to bring a recording thing just for to pay a ticket?
Because I want to document my process. Why is that seemingly so surreptitious?
We'll just-
Why do we need 1, 2, 3,
Well, you
4,
don't
5
need all of them.
officers
You don't
as
need-
if I'm here like doing something bad?
Well,
Why is this necessary?
because he called down because it's a question he wasn't sure about. As a
Yes, because I
supervisor-
was
as a
talking, and he's
supervisor,
been very
I
nice.
came
He's
down.
been very nice.
And what did the lieutenant
I'm-
tell you?
What did the lieutenant? The lieutenant told me that you guys were successful in intimidating him. And I told him that I understand that, but I'm still gonna,
I didn't hear that because I just talked to him on the phone.
well,
He said he
either
told you
way,
the same thing.
that's what.
You have a right to.
He
if
told
you want
me
to sue.
verbatim that they were successful in intimidating. He looked at me with sadness in his eyes because he did not, there was no joy in him to tell me what he told me.
Right.
And he said that and he was like, well, it worked. I said, they just told you that to intimidate you. And then he says, well, it worked, with sadness in his eyes. Look, sirs, I'm not dumb, okay? I know a lot here. Let's step out the way. I'm not trying to hamper any business.
Go on through, boss.
Ask for everyone's name
Where
and
you going
badge
today?
number.
Tax office?
This is important.
Spanish and Spanish telephone, fucking nine.
keep it rolling.
Alright.
All right, coming through. Well, that's it,
So anyway, she's gonna burn you, generously gonna burn you a copy of that code section that requires permission from the court before you come in for any proceedings
I
like
don't
this.
need permission to exercise my First Amendment right. And then if you wanna take it there, we have West Virginia code statutes that say it's a one-party consent state, and even then, statutes and code are not law. UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, common law, stare decisis, that's what gives civil law and codes its authority.
Okay,
That's a fact, that's a conclusion of law.
I'll take your word for whatever you're saying, but I'm telling you what our policy is. We don't allow recording devices in.
And
We don't allow cell phones in. Cell phones can be recording devices also, and you have to have permission. Per the judges, we were just up here speaking to them,
I hear it,
to bring that in,
But
and you don't have prior permission.
but you keep
Bring it
saying to record court proceedings, that's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
All I'm trying to
in. Court
do,
proceedings. This is what she said for you.
I will read this.
All right?
Yeah.
A master list of prospective jurors shall be maintained as provided in West Virginia Code 5215 and shall be compiled either by selecting a random sample of names from each source list used or by merging the complete lists. Either method must allow for the removal of all duplicate names from the resulting master list. The master list shall be compiled at least once every 2 years at a time designated by the chief judge. Jury wheels or jury boxes maintained under the provisions of West Virginia Code 52-1-6 may include the entire master list or a randomly selected subset thereof. Any panel or pool of jurors drawn from the jury wheel or box pursuant to West Virginia Code 52-1-7 shall be available for jury selection and service in both circuit and magistrate court. Separate panels or pools of jurors for circuit and magistrate court shall not be maintained. When a jury trial is scheduled in magistrate court, the magistrate court shall forthwith, but no later than 5 days before the scheduled trial date, inform the circuit clerk by the number of prospective jurors required. The circuit clerk shall randomly select the number of jurors required for magistrate court from the panel or pool of jurors available for service in the circuit court. The circuit clerk shall contact or otherwise arrange for the jurors so selected to appear at the specified date, time, and place of the magistrate court trial. If before the trial date it becomes known that the jury panel will not be needed, the magistrate clerk shall forthwith so inform the circuit clerk, who shall notify the scheduled jurors. Processing of payment for jurors for service in magistrate court shall be the responsibility of the circuit clerk solely, in the same manner as compensation for service in the circuit clerk as provided in West Virginia Code Section 52-1-17 and 52-1-19, as well as 52-1-20. Upon completion of service in magistrate court, a juror or the juror's name shall be returned to the circuit court pool of jurors. Cameras, audio equipment, media in the courtroom. Rule 8.01, permission of the court required. Cameras and audio equipment may be permitted in and around the courtrooms, are not going near the courtrooms, at the discretion of each presiding judge or magistrate. So that's what that says. The problem is, SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, has already issued a supremacy clause, which clearly states that no Supreme Court state judge has the authority to supersede anything in regarding to what SCOTUS has already said, and that includes our Bill of Rights, which is our First Amendment. So that's the only problem with this. So what do we do from here now?
Well, you're not gonna be allowed to bring your device in.
How does that make sense when what's the sign say?
You will not be allowed to bring your device in.
Well, what's the sign say?
If you want to come in and pay your ticket, do whatever you want to do,
How?
we'll do that.
I just want you to make this sense to me as a public
I'm
servant.
not gonna go into this because I will tell you, sir, this, our policy, as I've told you numerous times.
Did you take
is
an
you're
oath to
not-
policy or to the
Our
Constitution?
policy is that you are not allowed to bring that phone in.
Did you take
Not
an
allowed to
oath
bring
to
that
the
in.
Constitution or did you take an oath to policy?
I took an oath to the Constitution.
Okay, what's the Constitution
And
say?
my job is telling you this policy is you're not allowed here for officer safety reasons and many other
This
reasons.
is the Constitution right here. So I'm going to read it because you took an oath to this and I want you to honor your oath or at least have record of you disregarding
Well,
it.
you're disrupting court as far as I'm
I'm
concerned.
not.
I believe you're disrupting our official
now
business.
you're trying to say that I'm disrupting, which is
I
impossible.
think you're disrupting
because
our business.
I'm here to pay my
Because you're
ticket,
here-
and I'm just trying to
You can-
read you the
come
Constitution,
in
which
and
is
pay
in
your
no
ticket.
way disrupted. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, which is what I'm doing, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, which is what I'm doing, or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing. You just admitted on camera,
I'm-
you took an oath to uphold that. Now I just read you part of that oath, and now you still want to sit here and tell me that you're trying to create false claims and say that I'm disrupting court proceedings when I'm not.
You are disrupting the official business of this, at this desk and of this building.
How can I be
Because
disrupting?
you're
it
all
when
in the way, you're.
No one's in the
No
way.
one's in
You're
the
standing.
way.
Everyone's
Pan it around.
recording.
Pan it around.
You're standing here.
Everyone's out in the way.
You're standing here,
We're standing in the
reading
back.
me all these things. And I'm letting you know that
I'm reading
whatever
you
you
the
say is
law.
not going to change the
I'm-
fact that you're not gonna bring that in.
I'm reading you the law.
Okay.
That's what I'm reading to you. So you're telling me that even though I'm supported by the Supreme Court and I have stare decisis backing me, that you're still going to ignore me. I just want that on record.
I am letting you know that you're not gonna bring the recording device in.
So you're going to choose to honor policy over your oath to the
I am
Constitution.
letting you know that you're not gonna bring the recording device in. You are certainly welcome to come in and pay your ticket and conduct any business you may have here, but you're not gonna bring a recording device in.
Why is it so hard for people to answer a simple question? It's like
What's the name
insane.
and badge
And you know,
number?
it's like crazy. What's your name and badge number?
My name is Lieutenant Willie Potter.
Okay, sir.
UTTR. I'm
You-
Unit 64.
You've been very nice. I know how everything goes. I'm just gonna tell you bluntly, I do respect your cordiality, but at the same
appreciate that.
I know you're trying to enforce what you're being told, and I know that that's above your head and that's not you. What's your name and badge number, sir?
I'm just here.
I know, but you're still a public servant. You're required by policy to give me your name and badge number. Can you
And
please
you can.
can you please identify yourself?
Okay, my name is Quinn,
Quid
75.
75. All due respect, just
Alright.
part of the thing. What's this guy's name and badge number over here?
Lieutenant Pittenger,
Lieutenant Pittenger?
65.
65. Okay, is there anybody? Oh, I already got you. Usted está bien, man. Mira, mira.
Rómulo Quesada.
Sí.
All right, so based on that, do you want to go on in and get your ticket done and pay for? Do whatever you want to do?
I am going to do that, yes. And is there cameras going on in there?
I would say, yeah, we have cameras.
Do you know what-
We have cameras all through the building.
Do you know why that is? Because there's no there's no public expectation of
We
privacy in a
have
public
security
building.
cameras. It's a matter of fact, it used to be posted there, yeah, right there. Video and audio surveillance and your own video and audio surveillance right now.
And do you know why that is? Because we have the First Amendment, and there's no public expectation of privacy in a public building. That's why that's there. That's why even if I came in here and said I don't consent, it doesn't matter. Do you understand that?
I understand what you're saying, and I understand you believe what you're saying. I'm simply telling you, you're not gonna be allowed to bring that recording device into the hearing room in there.
I hear you, and I'm not trying to go in circles. The whole
I'm not
point
either.
of this is that I am quoting you law. I am quoting you conclusions of fact that are supported by conclusions of law. I'm not coming in here being a problem. I'm just documenting what the members of the public, such as myself, that are around. How's it going, sir? That are around.
You step back over here, and you need to step back for your thank you.
Like, see,
This
I
is what-
step back.
this is-
See,
this
Don't
is
pay
what
taxes,
I'm-
right?
This is what I'm trying to tell
Pay
you.
taxes. Right.
This is what I'm trying to tell you about people trying to step up here and you're standing away.
We're not in the
We're
way.
disrupting this business.
how am I disrupting? We're in the
Let's get you
corner.
where you are.
All right. Well, I have two witnesses here that would be
Okay.
able to say that I'm not.
So if you're not gonna go ahead and pay your
At
ticket,
this
then you're
point,
gonna need to leave the lobby.
Turn the camera off, and I'll give you the car keys. Take it back, and we'll go up there.
Go up
Okay?
there.
We have that documented. I'll put that on YouTube. I'll send that to my people.
All right.